Hello, I'm Butch Hill, and welcome to HDcast. I'm sitting here with Bonnie Greenwood, and Bonnie is works with FedEx Fleet. FedEx what?
Freight.
FedEx Freight, and she's actually a technician. And so let's talk about that. How did you become a technician at FedEx Freight?
I initially, after high school, went to college, earned a degree in wildlife biology, worked in a variety of industries.
Wait a minute. You just said wildlife biology.
Yes, sir.
Now, how does that? Well, go ahead. Let's see how that plays into this.
Sure. That came out of my love for the outdoors as well as math and science.
Okay.
And then I worked in a variety of industries, but wanted to find my career. And I decided to take that love for math and science as well as a love for hands-on work, and actually did research and found diesel technology as an option for me. I knew I needed to go to school to get into it. I didn't grow up working on cars.
You didn't grow up any of that?
No.
Dad wasn't a mechanic or
Nope.
the uncle or whatever?
Nothing.
It's just all of a sudden you're researching and you're going, hey, this looks like something I want to explore.
It looked like a challenging field to be in intellectually, but also physically.
Yeah.
And so I researched schools, and I was living in Wyoming at the time.
Okay.
So I found WyoTech in Laramie, went down and toured the school.
Okay.
Talked to students and instructors there, and decided, yeah, I think I can do this. So I attended WyoTech. I was with them for a year.
Okay.
And then had the opportunity to compete in the TMC Future Tech competition, and FedEx Freight was my sponsor in that competition.
Yeah, and obviously at this point you're not working for FedEx Freight.
Nope,
but
not yet.
You're in the competition, and I hear some good things might have come out of that.
Yes, indeed. I happened to be the first woman to ever win that competition.
Awesome.
And then FedEx Freight offered me a job. And
Nice.
I have now been with them for a little over 5 years.
Now, when you were doing that competition, did you have any idea that the sponsor was going to, offer a job to somebody?
No idea, actually.
Yeah.
And I was already considering other companies at the time.
Right.
But after getting to see how strongly they support their technicians and further educating their technicians, I decided they'd be a good fit for me.
Now, are you still living in that area?
I am now out in the Salt Lake City, Utah area.
Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit about the what you do day to day now. Now let's push it into you're in the industry. You're working for FedEx. What's your typical day?
Typical day is making sure the fleet stays on the road.
Yeah.
I work on everything from our tractors to our forklifts that move the freight.
Gotcha.
On the dock. So it is a lot of diagnostics, and some days I'm on the computer for the whole day doing diagnostics on tractors.
Right.
Other days I'm doing brakes and wheel seals on dollies.
There you go. And when you say you're on the computer, hooked up to the vehicle.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what. I want to make sure we're not talking about behind a desk.
Oh gosh,
just
no.
messing around.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I get that. So, well, cool. And congratulations on being the first woman to do that. And
Thank you.
That's really a heck of an achievement. And so, I want to feel some of that experience. So put me into that moment. How was that set up?
I didn't know what I was getting into when it came to the competition stuff. WyoTech asked me if I'd be interested, and I said, I'm not going to miss an opportunity.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely incredible. The number of vendors that were there at the TMC competitions, and they really put us through the ringer. They are trying to challenge us as best they can.
Wow.
And just going through these competitions, I have learned so much, and also learned what I don't know, and opportunities for growth.
Yeah, to improvement there.
Definitely.
So do they bug a vehicle or do something and then say, here, see what the problem is?
Yeah.
And the clock's ticking.
Yes, the clock is always ticking.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the only real way to, like if there's somebody else going against you or at their moment of time of doing this, you can do it in a minute and a half and they can do it in a minute and 45 seconds.
Yep.
You win.
Yep.
Kind of situation. Well, that's pretty cool. So now that you're in the industry, what's probably the biggest, widest open, wow surprise You know, of course, you're not messing with the biology stuff anymore.
No.
You're in a different animal here. So.
I am. Probably just the amount of innovation that's happened just in my time in the industry. And it's exciting to see how much more is going to come when it comes to EVs or hybrids or hydrogen fuel cells.
Right.
That is really exciting, and I mean, there's so much more to learn, so much more.
Yeah, awesome. So CVSN also has a division called GenNext. You can see the green logo behind me. And you should probably get involved in that.
I've heard.
Yeah, I don't know if you know about it, but...
I've heard a little bit this week.
Yeah,
so
matter of
far.
fact, on some of these HD casts, you can find out a little more about that on GenNext. Or you can go to GenNextHD.com and learn about some of that stuff as well. So earlier, we interviewed Cindy from WyoTech. And by the way, you can catch that on another HD cast. Just click on another one here. But here's the deal. Cindy was talking about there is a lot of women in this industry or have the abilities that you have that a lot of people don't know about.
Right.
What is your insight on that?
I think that it's actually been amazing being here and seeing how many women there are here and in various roles in this industry. But we have barely tapped into that resource, I think. We only make up about 2% of the heavy-duty workforce, and there's so much opportunity there. We can bring a lot to the table, and I feel like this industry needs to make an effort to bring in more women, and I think that starts with even letting young women know that this industry exists.
Well, that is something we've been talking about here with the GenNext and CVSN over the years, that a lot of young people from other institutions like Northwood, stuff like that. It doesn't matter who it is, but it's like the industry. You don't when you're a young person, you think of the Nikes of the world, right? You don't think of this industry as something you'd want to do.
Right.
But the real world is, if you want to be in marketing, you want to be a accounting, you want to be a technician, you want to be whatever it is, it's all the same. It's all right here.
Yes.
And it's great, huge, big companies, and it's an awesome industry. And you're so right that it's kind of a hidden secret.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is, and this is an awesome industry. It's stable. We are essential to this economy.
Yeah.
All of us are, and I think we just need to tap into more of our population in general to keep this industry innovating and moving forward.
And you know what? And WyoTech was obviously the interview that we did with them. It's just it even points it out even more that there's a lot of women that could be suited in a lot of, not just women, but I mean a lot of women that could be suited for any kind of a job that hits out here in the industry.
Definitely.
And but anyway, I really appreciate you. Congratulations on winning that deal. I appreciate you being part of this.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you watching. And if you want to watch any other HD cast, check out some more here, and check out the other one on WyoTech. We'll see you later.